This is Mark, and he's gonna show us some rent-stabilized lofts in New York City. Oh my goodness, where are we going?
He knows this is here, so it's never been a crime problem at all.
And if you're lucky enough to get one of these apartments, you can stay for as long as you want, because since they're stabilized, the landlords can't just jack up your rent. This was a horse stable? That's what it used to be? Oh my goodness. And look at these steps. It's like living in a little hobbit cabin. We're meeting Mark to get the keys. This is great.
It's not really camera ready.
It's not camera ready?
I thought you might be interested in seeing it.
Of course I'm interested. This is a beautiful office. It's a loft, like what we're gonna go look at.
Right.
How long have you had this for?
12 years.
12 years? But it has a secret, which is this backyard. Oh, that's great. Oh, was that a cat? I just saw something.
Yeah, it's just very shocked. You know, it is a ground floor place, so it's a choice between cats and rats.
Where's first place? Oh my goodness. It's like a garden back here. That's not a dinner table. Why is it out here?
It's the only place in Brooklyn that has a trampoline, a tire swing, a gazebo, and a dog run.
Hey, getting a little too close. Oh, he's nice. Something religious appears to have been transpiring. If you see a circle of chairs in a Brooklyn backyard, it can only mean one thing: steaks. Do you have to rent these out, or is it like first come, first served? Just so everyone knows, we're in like the back of some old warehouses, which I think are apartments.
He knows this is here, so it's never been a crime problem at all.
That's the dog run. Oh, that's cool.
In the day, there was an alleyway that came in off Nostrand Avenue over here. They went back here, and this was a horse stable.
That's what it used to be? Oh my goodness. It's a real loft. Oh wow, what is going on in here? It's a bedroom? This is like one of the quirkiest places ever. Them are some New York pans right there. When you told me we were seeing a secret apartment, I figured it would be dark, but it's not.
Wow, this is amazing.
And we're only on what, the second floor?
Well, it's a third really, I guess. 2.5.
It's got all these custom renovations. Love the exposed piping. And look at these steps. It's like living in a little hobbit cabin. What type of place is this? Is it a workplace? Is it an apartment?
This has been used for residential purposes, but a lot of the places are photo studios or art studios as well.
And you were telling me that they're rent stabilized. So once you move in, the rent doesn't really...
It's usually like 3% a year or something.
That's
like
crazy.
That, as opposed to many apartments which went up 30 or 40% last year.
What do these normally rent for, like in your opinion?
In the mid-3s.
Mid-3s? That sounds relatively affordable. How many square feet is it?
This is about 9.
900. How many apartments in this building total?
In this building, 10.
Are there any rules as far as what you can put out here or no?
I mean, fire code. So when the owners bought this property, it was a complete dump. And this building was buried in garbage up to the top of the first floor. And they took out 18 semi-trailer loads of garbage before they started the renovation. But in the bottom of this building, which I think was probably built in around 1830, they found several dozen oak wine casks that had been there for 100 years. And they auctioned them for enough to basically pay for the renovation of this building.
How old is the building?
I think it was built around 1820 or 30.
You can still see there's a lot of functionality and character. Look at that ceiling. That's so awesome. I love these little cabinets.
This is the original kitchen, the cheapo kitchen that the landlords put in, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago, but this tenant got a very good deal, so she's actually building out her own kitchen.
Is that that's the water heater?
Yep.
Okay, that's so cool. I also love this table. This doesn't look like something you can get.
But the girl who took it loved it too, so she bought it. It's going.
Oh, so they paid for this?
Yeah.
I also like how we have all of these Lego towers. That's brings you back. By the way, Mark has another place to show us after this. So if you don't want to sit here, if this isn't your cup of tea, don't worry, you will be impressed. I'm just impressed with how much natural light we've got in here. That skylight right there, that is game changing because we've only got windows at one end and at the other end. So it would be dark if it were on a lower floor. What's in here? Oh, so I guess this is like your pantry or your linen closet. You can see like the backs of some of the outlets. That's so cool. It's like a custom closet. Every room here just gets continually more interesting. Like, just look at these little lights and this like custom wooden mirror. So functional. We do have a bath with a tub. Mark, is this a warmer? Up at the top, that's a warmer, right?
Oh yeah.
Living in luxury. To me, this is so much cooler than seeing like a new development apartment just because there's so much going on. And even though it's not new, none of this is bad. It's just quirky, which is also a nice perk to have if you want something interesting. The water, solid. What was here originally and what is a new thing?
This was all open space originally, and the current tenant built out this wall, which makes a little room in the back with the thing with the loft. I love these like cedar panels. He did a great job.
And this used to just be gone. It wasn't even here.
It was just all open.
I feel like if you're not a handyman already, maybe living in a place like this could be difficult, or you can hire people to come in here and make your dreams come true. I think that's what I would end up paying for. Like, look at that. I love the external antenna right there, getting them free channels. Got some extra Legos over here, some cables, and you could fit big furniture pieces. I mean, the couch that's here is small, and with the ceiling height, I feel like you could definitely kind of, you know, set more of this up. Bigger TV if you want one. And I think that using the support column to set up the work from home, that's a really effective way to just get more out of this. It's one thing to have a big apartment, but if you waste the space that you have, how big is it really? Also, my favorite piece of furniture has to be this like little white rocking chair thing. It's like you're shopping at a high-end clothing store and they're pulling stuff off the rack for you. I feel like you could put this in almost any apartment that has enough ceiling height for it, and it takes up like no space.
No, it's like 18 inches deep at most.
And you can always make sure your favorite shirt is ready to go because you can see it at all times. This almost feels like it could have just been its own bedroom and you could have made this a 2-bedroom space.
Some of them are.
Oh, really? They wall this off?
The one next door, they've converted into a full 2-bedroom.
This is what, the forced air heating system in this thing? I'm not sure how I feel about the artwork, but I ain't no artist, so. This is your thermostat, more sprinkler pipes. Out these windows, we're getting a lot of light because we're just kind of looking over other buildings' roofs. The exposed brick does darken it a little bit because brick, you know, absorbs all the light, but I mean, it's so bright anyways with the skylight that I can't imagine this is an unhappy place to stay. Also, I love how there's a shop vac instead of a Dyson. And you could definitely fit a few more dressers if you want. That's the great thing about a space that's this big and this open. You just have endless possibility. Look at this. It's solid.
It is actually really solid.
Oh wow, look at that. And that's a queen size mattress up here. You're way down there. This is cool. It's like a little cabin in the woods, especially with the glowing red lamp.
I had a room like this in college.
The cool thing about the loft space is there's enough room up there to get like a dresser, so you can definitely make it workable. And then underneath it, obviously there's a dresser here now, but this could be like a hangout space. It's big, maybe a little dark, but it's big. They changed the locks? Oh. Someone let us in.
So you're giving me a 315?
Wow, that's awesome. It's like a warehouse or distribution center down there.
Yes, warehouse.
That's cool. Did this used to be something else?
The old part was actually originally one of Thomas Edison's assistants. Had a company making electrical components.
And that was in this building?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. What do you call this?
I have no idea what to call it.
Yeah, it's charming. I love it. Look at that clock. That's like, I don't even know how old that is. You can see like the industrial ceilings. What is this technically? I know it's a loft, but how many bedrooms?
Well, it's 5 rooms. Only one of them is sort of a bedroom.
How many square feet?
About 1,400.
What's the rent on this?
4,000.
4,000. Man, it's a monstrous Brooklyn loft.
It's very quiet, except for these annoying birds singing.
Oh yeah, I hear them chirping. It's so annoying. We New Yorkers, we'd rather have rats chirping. That's better for us. Look at how pretty the backyard area is though. That's like...
That's the armory from the St. Mark's district in the end of the 19th century. It was where the Civil War regiment used to march their horses around inside.
This is a 29 29-foot living room. And I measured from where Mark is hanging out, not including that back area. This is an amazing place. I just think you'd have to buy an amazing amount of furniture for it. Do you know the ceiling height?
13.5 feet.
Wow. Here we've got the conduit piping for the electric. And look at that big steel beam. You could see like all the old remnants hanging out. Thermostat, floors are new. Think of how many people you could have hanging out in this apartment with you. Table over here. That's right across from where the kitchen is. Big TV, some couches. Is this part of the living room? Is this a bedroom? What do you think?
Here it's great for like dinner parties and like public kind of events, but this is more
the sunroom.
Sitting around and lounging on your own or with your partner.
The fact that it's elevated gives it some nice separation. The ceiling has things that you can wonder about. And just look at this one light bulb. This right here, this is game changing. Had that lighting been in there, it would just present differently. What does this do? Oh. That's for that. All lofts seem to have the same type of furnace. Now there is an actual bedroom right over here, and that's because this guy is bigger than 80 square feet and has a traditional window and a traditional door. The window here gives us an even better view of the old church and the little community garden out here, which you can volunteer in if you want access. And this is also far and away the brightest room in the entire place. I love how the trend of interesting outlet piping continues. Plus this door with this handle. You also have like this little cutaway closet in the corner. This is awesome. Is that for like your pots and pans? Oh, that's charming. This is a nice big kitchen. It might not be fancy, but lots of cabinets. I thought those would open in the center. And it comes with a fire extinguisher, just in case you're having too much fun. Also, look at this. This is the vent for the kitchen, and it kind of snakes around and goes out the door. Speaking of the door, we do have a coat closet, which is already here. You don't have to build this. And then through the little areaway here, we find the bathroom. There's definitely not as much character in this bathroom as there was where we just were, but this is way more of a finished product. I mean, you have your little cabinets, a little multi-towel towel rack. There's even a new shower head underneath that wrapper. And the tub and everything here is really, really clean. No complaints. Maybe it feels kind of office-y, but that's the whole point of renting a loft. It's not like a cookie cutter apartment that has nothing interesting. So you were telling me, Mark, these aren't actual bedrooms in here. There's something else.
I mean, you can sleep in here if you want, but I can't call it a bedroom.
Got it. So you can't say that this is like a 3-bedroom apartment.
Right, and it doesn't have like forced air ventilation or anything, so it wouldn't be the most level.
What's interesting is we have like these little half doors and these like doorways where you kind of have to duck. But I guess even though it's not technically a bedroom, you could do stuff with it. Oh, that door has the most charming noise to it. This one's definitely a dressing room. I mean, let's be real, there's no windows. No one can see you. I just don't know how you're gonna get up there without a ladder. You probably have to buy one. How come you didn't take me to this one? Because it's rented? So we're gonna come back when this one's renovated. Awesome. If people want to rent these, they should hit you up, or if they want something like this?
Sure.
Sure?
I like this.
That's how you know he's gonna rent them.